Good morning, student. Today in theme 7, we will start our next topic, Rayas, Nayaks and the Sultans. According to tradition and epigraphic evidence, two brothers, Harihar and Bukka, founded the Vijayanagar Empire in 1336. This empire included with the different people who spoke the different languages and followed different religious traditions. It means that in the Vijayanagar Empire, we saw the different type of the people, the different culture of the people. They were lived in this Vijayanagar Empire. Those who spoke different type of the languages, and even their religious traditions were also different. Now, in the last video, I told you that the same thing, that these two brothers, Harihar and Bukka, they founded the Vijayanagar Empire in 1336. But these two brothers were inspired by his guru Vidyarana, who with the help with their inspiration, both of them they established this empire. Now, the rulers with whom the Vijayanagar kings competed. In the northern frontier, the Vijayanagar kings competed with the contemporary rulers such as the sultans of the Deccan. It means in the Deccan side there were the sultans and the Gajapati rulers of the Odisha for control the fertile river valleys and the resources that were brought by the overseas trade. So the kings of the Vijayanagar, then sultans of the Deccan and the Gajapati rulers of the Odisha. These three we saying that empires, they had the conflict on the fertile river valley and the other resources. Then this one also knows the Vijayanagar Empire. This was also known as the Karnataka Samrajya nu Karnataka Samrajya nu This Karnataka, while our historians use the term the Vijayanagar Empire, but the contemporaries they describe it as the Karnataka Samrajyamyu. Now, our next topic is kings and traders. Trade on horse during the Vijayanagar rule. Before start this topic, I want to describe that Gajapati literary means Lord of Elephant. This was the name of the ruling lineage that was the powerful in the Odisha in the 15th century. In the popular traditions of the Vijayanagara, the Dakkan Sultan are termed as the Ashwapati. Ashwapati or the Lord of Horses, and the Rayas. Rayas means king. Okay, the kings of the Vijayanagar Empire, they were known as the Rayas. So the Rayas are called the Narapati. Narapati or the Lord of Men. Now, as a warfare during these times that was fully depended upon the effective cavalry, the import of the horses from the Arabia and the Central Asia was very important for the rival kingdom. So, on that time, the horses were the main powerful, powerful animal for the warfare. This trade was initially controlled by the Arab traders, local communities of merchants known as the Kudrai Chettis. Again, this point is very important. that the local communities of the merchants who involved in this horse trade, they were known as the Kudurai Chetis. So this question maybe come in the one mark, that who were the Kudurai Chetis or the horse merchant. Okay, from 1498, other actors appeared on the scene, and these were the Portuguese. These were the Portuguese who arrived on the west coast of the subcontinent and attempted to establish trading and the military station in the India. Their superior military technology, especially the use of musket. Musket means a weapon, okay, gun, enabled them to become important player in the tangled politics of that period. On that time, these were the only three rulers. I just told you that the Gajapati of the Odisha, then the Sultan of the Deccan Sultans, and the Rayas of the Vijayanagar Empire. Now the fourth actor, a fourth player, also arrived in the 1498, which was very powerful on that time, and they were the Portuguese, those who came from the Portugal. Markets in the Vijayanagar Empire. Now we are talking about the trade. Markets in the Vijayanagar Empire were known for its spices, textiles, and other precious stones. In this time, you also know that the Deccan part of our India is also very famous for the spices, garam masale, and the textile, and as well as the precious stone. So same as it is on that time. Trade was a status symbol for the cities in the empire, and the boosted of a wealthy population that was indeed of high value exotic goods such as the precious stone and the jewelry. So on that time, the wealthy people, they were too much curious about the precious stone as well as the jewelry. Now the revenue means tax. The revenue that came from the trade was used for the development of the state. The kings, the rayas, the sultans, they were also took the tax or the revenue from the trade. Okay, and that tax they were used for the welfare of their subjects or the people. Okay, student, thank you.